Hey guys, today we got a 2020 Ford Edge, and we're going to install one of these recorder cameras. It's got a front and rear recorder on it. So we're going to install one of these deals here. It's got a front recording camera, and then you run a wire to the back. And then down here, there's a little outlet for the cigarette lighter. We're going to try to hide it as best we can. She did buy a hardwire kit for it, but she doesn't want to pay to get it put in. I told her it would be more money. So she said, forget it. I'll just take the hardware kit back and just wire it. The easier, the better. We're going to round it back there. We're not going to run it inside the trim. We're just going to go around the side. It's a pretty basic install. She doesn't have a lot of money. She doesn't want to spend a lot of money. So we're going to do what we can to help her out. I am going to tuck all the wiring, obviously, all the way to the back. But then when we get to the back, it has a camera that kind of mounts to the glass, kind of similar to, like, say, like this. And then so we'll just get the cable and we'll just go to the center and then we'll just loop it down. I've seen it done that way. Some guys have done it that way. But so that's the way I'm going to do it. She doesn't want to spend a lot of money, like I said. And we only got about an hour, a little over an hour on this. Now, there is a suction cup here for the camera, for the front camera. So there's some of the parts are here. There's a suction for that. There's a cigarette lighter like I showed you. There's a memory card here. There's the camera for the back. And we got all the cords. Looks like it's got a 12-foot USB power cord. It's got a 6.5 meter USB. That's for the rear camera. There's stickers. A 1 meter USB data. I think that's probably to get the information from the... And then it's got these if you're going to run these along the edge. I'm going to try to tuck it behind there. But if I can't get it under there, I will use those. Like that. They give you one of these, which I already have one. And then we got all our cords. I believe they give us some alcohol. Yeah, they give us some cleaning pads. I have my alcohol there to clean in here. So usually to start off, what I like to do is go ahead and figure out where I'm going to mount it. Clean the area really good, and then start running the cable and then go back. Okay guys, so these do come with a little cleaning wipe if you want to use that. I do have some alcohol here, some 91 proof. I usually like to use my alcohol, so I'll just use that. But if you don't have any alcohol, it does come with pads. So we need to clean this really good right here. There is a sticker on here. That's the one that's going to go over here. So we're just going to leave that on for now. So it's going to go probably sit something like that. Got the little hook thing right here. Like that. This. So it's probably going to go like that. All the wire is going to come out of the side here and here. That's for the rear camera. That's the power. Then the memory card goes here, so we need to have room to be able to get the memory card out. Okay guys, so what we want to do first, is we want to plug it into the cigarette lighter and turn on the camera and then adjust and see where we're going to be able to see the hood. So we could probably put it right there, and then this could be rotated afterwards. So that's not a problem. I'm trying to get, I don't want to go too far down, because then this is kind of in the line of sight, and I don't want to go too far up because then I'm blocking part of this here. So I want to get it enough to where I can see the whole front of the hood. Sticker off of here. Should go there.
Please insert micro SD card.
And then when you turn that locks it into place. And then this will go up like this, and we'll start tucking that. There's also a cable there for the rear camera. Now the only thing is that her 12-volt source is hot all the time, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem, because this camera's going to want to turn on as soon as she plugs it in. So I mean, obviously we don't want it on all the time. I'm pretty sure she can shut it off, but we're going to find out. Hard to see in here.
Video mode.
Okay.
Please insert micro SD card.
So there's a power button there. that she can shut it off so she can turn it on when she gets in the car. Because I think every time you plug it in, it's gonna power itself up. So she's gonna have to turn it on. There's no ignition. I don't see an ignition setup here where she could put it to where it automatically just turns on every time she turns on the car. So she'll have to deal with that. Alright, so let's see let's look at both ends of this cord, see if they look the same. If they do, it doesn't matter which way it goes, which they do. This is for the rear camera here. Okay, so these two will go together. And they'll go up like that. So we will use a couple of those little clamps right here just to kind of keep the wires together. And then we'll start to like run them and try to tuck them under here if we can. Yeah, it looks like we can. And then these are the little things that it comes with. Let's see. The thicker one, because I have it on the cigarette lighter, so I know which one it is. That one's gonna go down. So this one I'm gonna go right about here. I'm just gonna route it back. I don't know if you guys can see me in there, but all I did is I just separated the wires. So that one wire is gonna go back here, the rear camera, and then the other one's gonna go to the front. It was a 6 something meters or something. So a meter is like 3 feet. 6 times 3 is 18. So get it all the way back there. Get it like that. Back just a little bit. So I have enough slack to get it behind. Now I'll bring you around on the front side and I'll show you how I'm tucking this. So, and there'll be the same thing in the back. But I don't want to keep moving you around right now. I'm a little pressed for time. What we want to do here is we want to try to get this rubber piece under here, but we want to pull this back because we don't want this headliner to get pushed in. Okay, and so what I did is I ran one cable back for the rear camera, and then the power one I ran it down here and it goes up to right around there. So I'm just gonna tuck this a little bit so I can show you. So I'm gonna pull down, I'm gonna tuck the rubber piece underneath like that. I'm pulling down the headliner a little bit. I'm gonna stop around there. Now, if you notice, you can see the headliner right here. So this needs to be pushed in, and the headliner, we don't want to tuck it in. We want this to come out. We want the seal to cover like that. We got to continue to pull this seal out. Try to get it under here. And just pull the panel back a little bit right here. Should be able to slide it. There it is. I can pull back a little bit. Out. And we'll clean it all up. Got some stuff here. I use Awesome degreaser. Looks really good, man, to get your fingerprints off of all that stuff. Okay, so we got this in, got it routed. I'll clean the this is the paneling when I'm done. Let's go down here. See there? You can just tuck it right up underneath here. Like that, like that. Go like that. And then what I'm gonna try to do here, maybe go down and around like that, and then just tuck it underneath like that, and then come up and then go like that, and then I'll just tuck the rest of the wire. On here, and then we can put it like this, and then we'll just pull the wire. Actually, put that one on the bottom in case she wants to put her phone on there.
Video mode. Please insert micro SD card.
There we go. We're here right now. We're gonna route the cable like to here, and then we're gonna basically dive it into here and then go like that. I could probably pull this off, at least so I can get the cable at least under here and then get it to here. That way there's only a little bit of cable right there. So I'll pull that off real quick. So I'll do is I'll route it in here. I'll route it here so it's not going anywhere. Basically, I lifted up the seal, tucked it in there, and then now, I'm sorry, the cable's in the back. So I got that cable up. Now we don't want this like super loose, but we don't want it tight because you remember it's gonna be opening and closing. So, I mean, I could just stick it to here and it won't do much. I'm just afraid that, let me see. Let me look at something real quick. I want to make sure this opening and closing isn't going to cause. No, that's going to be fine. I think the tighter this is, the better. Because once it closes down, so I'm gonna zip tie this here like that, so that that's the limit. When it closes down, it'll just lay down. 28, 14. Yeah, right where this clip is. Right where that defroster is, maybe right up in the middle. Right. It's powered up. I have my camera on over there. So I'm looking at it. So definitely have to close this, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be able to adjust this. So we're going to put this, I want the camera part to be actually in the middle. And right now when I close the thing, I'll look at how it's set on there and if it needs to go up or down. Okay, so for some reason the camera's upside down. It is upside down. So that means that the other one has to go the other way. Or unless it has a flip feature on it. So this camera has to go, take that off, it has to go this way. And then just turn that, rotate it the other way. See? Put you like that. Rotate you the other way. Let's take a look. There we go. So now you could see to the back. I can see the wiper, so I'm just gonna adjust it up like 1 or 2 more clicks. We should be good. So now I'm just inside the car. I'm gonna got in the back seat over here. Let's see if I can see there. Yeah, there we go. Now we could see the back. Really good. All right, got that adjusted.
Please insert micro SD card.
Let's get this thing cut open. Okay, so it says here, there's a little arrow, faces to the right, and then the gold pins face away from you, which is exactly what I'm doing. I don't know why it's not snapping into place. I don't know why it doesn't want to snap in. About to push it in with something because it doesn't want to go in. There it goes. You got to just have something tiny to get your finger. I mean, God, you serious? Are you serious, man? This is ridiculous. All right, so I'm gonna put this back on there. Back on there. Put the power back on here. Should turn on. Okay, now it's asking us to format the card. Let's format it. Okay.
Format successful. Recording started.
Okay, so there's the back camera, which is cool. Switch it to the front camera. That's recording the front, which is good. All right, looks good.
Recording stopped.
And then you can stop it. Perfect. Okay. That looks like it's gonna be it, guys. So a little adjusting, little tough. That's how it ended up right here. And then the back camera, you guys seen that. I had to flip it around the other way. So luckily, I left enough space back there for that one. Left enough wiring back there for that. So I had to flip it this way because this was on the wrong side. So I'll go ahead and wipe that lens right now real quick. And then I'll wipe the paneling down like this and stuff like that. I'll get my little cleaner. That'll be pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys.